Alright, so a slight change has been done. What I decided to do was go with a different colour for the accents and a different stone on the central column. What I ended up going for was a bronze block. The colours of that bronze will actually show up really nicely. It's a little bit hard to tell from the current angle that we're on, but the colours of that bronze will show up really nicely. It is a bit kind of weird adding a different colour into the equation, but what I'm going to do is make those pillars all the way down, I think, to the base in bronze as well, and then we'll do the other three sides of this central square in bronze. And what I've done as well is made the part up the top near the flame. You'll see there's a platform that it sort of sits on there. That's all in bronze as well. So, I mean, just looking at it now, I'm really liking the way the light's kind of hitting it, and you know, it's sort of bringing out the colour of the stone a little bit more as well, and I think it's a little bit more of a focal point now, which is what I wanted really. Just to have something that was a little bit of a focal point for the entire build. Even though the details right at the front of the building are all in black, I am sort of second guessing that now. I may change them to that bronze colour now that I've sort of had a bit of a look at that bronze colour, but I'll have to sort of mess around with it and see if I want to continue with it or not. But I am really liking that bronze on the central bit up the top. I think it's actually going to look bloody fantastic once it's all complete on all four sides. It's already looking really good now, just on the three that I've done. So we'll have to continue on with it, and what I'll do is I'll continue with building it and get back to you once it's done. Alright, so after a bit of deliberation and trying to go through things and see what they look like, I've made a bit of a decision here, and I'm feeling pretty good about it actually. What I've decided is I actually left a little channel on the outside of this building, the central spire here. I left a bit of a channel there in the beginning when I set it up. I left it there just in case I ever had a situation like I have now where I wanted to sort of add an accent or something to the build. I thought at one stage there that I wasn't actually going to use it, but what I've decided is to actually put that little bronze accent that I've used for the arch there into that channel there, and that's going to run all the way up now. You'll see there's a myriad of construction up here. It's taken me a hell of a long time to get up here. Every time I fall down I've got to go up about 5 different ladders to get here. Like that. So what I'm going to do is run that channel all the way up to the top of that peak just above my head there, and I'll do that on all three sides, which is going to take me a little while. It's something I only just decided to do just then. I think it just brings out the colour on the stone a little bit better, and it looks a little bit nicer just for a detail for the build. Alright, well now I'll get back to what I was supposed to be doing, which is finishing the other three sides. We'll see in a sec. You can see just how much of a mission this actually was, getting this up. 4 scaffolds on top of each other. 4 entire layers just for this central spire at the top. Crazy amount of work, and I had to do single bricks to get all of that lined up and organised. Crazy amount of work, but it's looking beautiful, and I'm yet to decide what I'm going to do for further arches on the inside to give a little bit more of a look like it's Gothic. I need to do some sort of oval arches as opposed to just really large arches that I've got in here. Gothic buildings that I've got my inspiration from, they sort of are a little bit layered in terms of how they've got all their arches set up. as I mentioned earlier with this, it's a little bit difficult to do this in a building setup where you can't use circles, but we'll do our best. Alright, I'll just finish these off and I'll get back to you. Having had a really good look at the base now that I've finished all 4 of those pillars and the arches at the top, and the way it's lit by the green and the red and all the rest of it at night time, as well as the way it's lit during the day, it looks fantastic. One of the things I have sort of worked out now that I definitely want to change is the accents on my shapes above the main doorway there. I think I'm definitely going to change those to bronze. It'll just make the building a little bit brighter. It gives it sort of, connects that sort of earthy colour to the flames, and also to the stone that's used as well. Those the spires that are at the side, I'm quite happy with them being sort of black because they rust a little bit. The metal that I used to build them sort of rusts a little bit, and that colour of rusting is visible only when it's in sort of big chunks, not so much when it's in smaller sections like it is above the doorway here. So definitely that's one of the things that's going to be changed. I guess one of the things I really didn't have an idea about was what everything would look like with full nighttime lighting as well as daytime lighting, and I hadn't had all of these flame pillars and all the rest of it up here, so I could sort of see what it looked like with the light catching it and all the rest of it. So, but I'm definitely loving the way it's looking so far. Leave some comments down below as well if you guys are liking the way it's looking, and if you have any ideas as well, let me know in the comments down below. I'd appreciate it, because this is an ongoing build and I'm still doing it now, so I'll be happy to take on some feedback and make some changes along the way. Alright, well, we get back into it now. I think that's going to be it for us for this episode. It's taken long enough just to get those pillars done, but we've got a hell of a lot more work to go after this, and I think we need a rest now. We'll see you next time.